Okay, in this video we're going to discuss a really important topic. This topic is about the difference between a personal protection dog and a pet. What is really important to understand about a pet dog and the way it was raised is that the early training of that pet dog was based on breaking down the dog's character. A pet dog is not going to be tasked with an important role such as protecting someone. So it's not important that the puppy got corrected very early for jumping up, got corrected very early for play biting. If you remember back to some of the other videos where I've discussed how a personal protection dog is raised, we don't correct our puppies early. We use positive reinforcement techniques to teach them other behaviors. The purpose of that is to build character, to build confidence, to make sure that the dog grows up believing it's mentally and physically tough enough to take on a full-grown man. So pet dogs are what most people have the experience with, and you go and they go, oh, I'm sorry, I'll never do that again. Well, a personal protection dog, a well-raised, well-bred personal protection dog, is not going to be that easy to correct. So you need to wrap your head around that right now and understand that if this dog was not mentally and physically tough enough to handle some discipline, then it's not going to be able to protect you when the chips are down. So we've endeavored not only to raise a dog that is mentally and physically tough, but we've also endeavored to breed a dog that is physically and mentally tough. It's a real balancing act. We've worked very hard over 3 decades to try to develop a dog that is not so tough, like a police dog or military dog that you have to use a 2x4 to get their attention. But there's a fine line as to how far we can go the other way as well. If the dog is not displaying some degree of physical and mental toughness, it certainly is not going to be a protection dog. Okay? It can be a watchdog, it can bark, it can, put up a threat, but to really engage a full-grown man that is trying to harm you or your family, the dog has to have a degree of mental and physical toughness. And what that means is you're going to have to keep that in check. Our training cannot last forever. You have to step up and follow the instructions in the videos, listen to our instructions, read the ebook, and take it serious. Just because this dog is behaving perfectly right now does not mean that will stay the same forever. We hope that it does. But our experience has been over a long period of time, 6, 8, 10 months, little things start to creep in. Because you allowed the dog to take 2 commands to come, 3 commands to down, broke the down stay, pulled, jumped, all these kind of things that are okay for pet dogs to get away with, slowly but surely starts to encourage your dog to think, hey, these people are pushovers. Maybe I can run this place. And we bred a dog that is mentally and physically tough enough to want to run the place. Okay? So this is a cautionary tale. This is an important piece of information to let you understand why it is so important to maintain the discipline that we've instilled in this dog. Don't let this dog push you. The video on digs is really important. So be sure to watch that video and then watch it again. And then watch your own behavior and see if you're not allowing the dog to take 2 commands, if you're not allowing the dog to push its way through the door ahead of you, allowing the dog to break stays and not get disciplined for that. Okay? So this has happened. We've had people that purchase a dog. The dog was perfect. The dog was wonderful. Had absolutely no issues for 6, 8 months, sometimes up to a year. And then slowly but surely, the dog started to feel more and more emboldened and started pushing back. Okay, so that could come in the form of food guarding, being possessive over a toy, inappropriate aggression where it's barking at someone appropriately but won't stop when you tell it to. The thin line between hero and zero always depends on obedience. This is a team work effort. In other words, the dog's got the instincts and the drive and the training to do the work. You've got the big brain to make a decision. Is this the right thing for the dog to be doing in this situation? So without obedience and the dog listening to you at all times under every situation, then you're not going to have a hero. You're going to have a zero. And the only person to blame for that would be you, because you weren't listening when we said you've got a physically and mentally tough dog. Just because we had it under control doesn't mean that you can continue that control without doing the same things that we were doing. We made it easy for you. We cut hundreds and hundreds of hours of work off for you. But please, adhere to this message. Pay attention to the little stuff. It's important. So, once again, pet versus personal protection dog. They need to be disciplined. They're bred to be disciplined. They want to be disciplined. They look to you with love in their eyes when they know that you are a physically and mentally tough leader. They were bred for it. Don't hesitate. Correct your dog. Make it behave. Have fun. And you won't need to be calling me in a year from now. Okay.